It's, there you go. Perfect moment. The recording starts and we're letting our hair down. So join us in this. Let's do the crazy hair just for the moment to show that we're just sisters. And who cares? And whoever watches this YouTube video later will know that women who are really comfortable with each other can let their hair down. Right? So I was just sharing, I have a special topic for today that I'm just going to spring upon you all. And this special topic was actually instigated by one of our wonderful goddesses who sent me an email and said, hey, Joy, why don't we work on this topic in our next gathering? And I liked it so much that I said yes. So the topic, the background is giving it away a bit, is all about a birthday. And then there were some comments in the chat. Oh, it's your birthday, or it's Roy's birthday, or whoever's birthday. It's everybody's birthday. Because here's the thing. We didn't get to have conscious choice that moment when we were birthed. Is that true? Wasn't it true that when the moment we slipped out and we took that first breath, it was beyond our control, I would say. Would you agree? Everybody here? You had conscious control, Lily? I'm not sure. No, she didn't have it. Okay, so knowing that we did not have conscious control about how that moment of birth was, our birthday, we often can carry a lot of drama and trauma and stories and moments when patterns were created at the moment of birth. Now, why do I know this? Because I've been working for people, with people, for people for decades now. And I do a lot of personal coaching, you might know. I'm a trained hypnotist. I look into the psychology of people's thinking and help them figure out how to change patterns. So going back to the moment of birth and fixing stuff there, I think is a very powerful thing to do. Are you in? Is that something that interests you? Yes, good. Well, then you're in the right spot. Then stay here. If you're saying, no, I don't want to do that, then you may leave. That's, you know that in the Golden Goddess Circle, you may always leave. Just do so quietly, please. So, your birth. And I'm going to ask Lily and Nicole, tell me, what do you know about your birth? What comes up for you?
I know that my mother got pregnant when as soon as she arrived in Australia, she came 5 months after my father, and my older brother was born. And so that was a big surprise and an accident. And she didn't expect him 1 month earlier because she had her last period on the ship. But they totally planned me. And my other 3 younger brothers they just happened. So I was a planned and wanted child, and I was the only girl. I always wanted a sister, but I ended up being the only girl. And then I had 5 sons, and that I was born late at night.
Okay.
In Australia, and the hospital is 15 miles away, and there was no public transport, no ambulance. I don't know how I got to the hospital with my mum. No idea.
Wow. Wow. So I'm hearing that, have you ever had that conversation with your mom? Tell me about my birth.
We've talked about different things, but not quite in that context. And she passed 2 years ago.
Ah, okay. So that might be interesting to connect with her in spirit and find out more about that. Because yes, I could imagine, I mean, being in labor and then having to take public transport. I mean, that's quite its own thing. She was a brave warrior, wasn't she?
I did a lot of interviews with her each time I went to Australia, and she did talk. Maybe she mentioned something about how she got to the hospital. I'll have to go and listen again.
Yeah. I like that. Nicole, how about you? What do you know about your birth?
I know that I came because I wanted to come into my mom was very young. She was 19, and it was not planned like with you, Lily. I apparently got through the, how do you say, condom? Yeah. So I really seemed to wanted to come here, and I think at that time, right, it was still in this hospital atmosphere where there might have been quite like a cold atmosphere. And my mom being 19, I try to imagine, right? One of my sons is 19 now, and it's like my dad was 23, so they were both very young, and but they really were immediately, they knew they wanted to be together. They are also still together. They're actually on their way to come to see me today, which is very special for me because I had my birthday yesterday. And so it's a very special moment now, because I was really sitting the night before my birthday. I was sitting on the roof, seeing already the moon becoming fuller, and really tuned into that atmosphere of that time when I was born. And I feel I was very wanted, or even if it was like not planned. And at the same time, I know there was also like, how do you call that? Maybe Zangengeburt, something like this tool that they used to get the babies out, you know. And at that time also, I remember my mom, she was like, what did she know? Yeah, she said, like, she heard you have to wear a white, like something, you know, when you and take this antiseptic when you touch the baby. And this is what they told the young women at that time. And I mean, when she sees that now, she's a very conscious woman. And I mean, I learned a lot. What I'm doing now also with you, I learned through her. So it's she has gone a long way, and I'm very grateful for that. And it's for me amazing how she got through all that. And I
Yes, yes. Let's take a moment just right now, because this feels like a good moment, to just say thank you to our moms, whether they're alive or passed on. Let's just take 3 breaths where we just say thank you, mom. And we breathe in and out really slowly, consciously, feeling that gratitude for the one who gave us life, who birthed us. And we say thank you. That was beautiful. So I'm seeing a lot of comments also in the chat of like, I was born more than 2 weeks late. I came out real fast. For me, this was. So let's look at that and maybe take a few notes. You know, you got pen and paper hopefully with you, and just jot down a couple of images or ideas or words or sounds or sights or feelings that come through when you now think of your birth, whether you consciously remember it or not. Rarely do we consciously remember it, but we do know that a part of us is always recording everything that's happening. So we do have access to that information. So as you just, you know, focus on your breath and think about, oh, what was it like, that moment when I took that first breath? What comes up for me? And just write it down. And if you were part of our previous goddess circles, you will have remembered the story maybe that I told you of my birth. So I was really prayed for. Doctors told my parents, you can't have kids. Then I came. Birth was super easy, super good. I was kind of right on time and, you know, everything. But my dad wasn't there. So that's where we were sharing about our dramas and inception points of seed moments where things can happen, where our younger self makes something mean something, because that's what we humans love doing. We make it mean something. And those moments can often be moments when we started creating some belief about ourselves. So just ponder on that, and also ponder on, what does the way that you were born, the way that you were conceived, the situation that you were born in, what does it say about you, and how does it connect to other patterns in life, right? So if you were super punctual, are you now also a person who likes that kind of feeling? Because we do know that if we go on a really, really big level, spiritual level, we'll call it for now, and we look at that, we know that we actually chose the moment of birth, we chose the country, we chose the parents, we chose all that on some level. And then we were born and we forgot it all. So now we're kind of reconnecting to that wisdom that we always have there for us to find out more. So let's now set an intention together to now tune into some information that we were not aware of up until now. Are you ready for that? So maybe put your pen down again. You've written down something, I hope. And then take a breath. Ground yourself again. Become aware of your body. Close your eyes. And then roll your eyes up as if you're looking through the crown of your head. And then you say, even if I don't know how to now gather helpful information about my birth and my conception and the way that I came to this planet, all I do know is it is so now, and I am fulfilled. I delete, delete, delete all that could stop me, and I download, download, download everything I need to do so now with grace, ease, and joy. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So it is, so it shall be, or something even better. One more breath. And we let it go, and we remain in this silent space. You could have your eyes open or closed, it doesn't matter. And you just start sensing. You notice the feelings in your body. You notice the words, the conversation in your mind. What are the first things that come up? And you notice maybe some colors, some sounds. What's coming up? And now you just take that pen again and you jot something down. You could even draw something down, but take the pen and take it to the paper and then write the word down that comes up first. My word is hunger. Really interesting. I had no idea what was going to come through when I put the pen to paper, but it was hunger. I'm just going to take that in for now. I don't need to analyze it. I'm just going to say, oh, interesting, hunger. So tell me what comes through for you. Lily, Nicole, what did you get just now? What was your first hit?
I had yellow and sand, and I know that my parents had no electricity and no water, and that my father built a rainwater tank for water, and they had kerosene lamps.
Martina is getting trust and believe came through for her. Nicole, what came through for you?
Fear, but rather fear of my mom.
Fear of your mom. Interesting, right? And we have surprise, separation. Yes, that makes sense too, doesn't it? We have that warm, cushy feeling in mom's belly. It's all great, perfect temperature. We're getting our nutrients. It's all good. And then suddenly, poof, it's cold, it's loud, it's bright. It's weird, right? Imagine it's also getting grounding, loved, and people speaking in a really busy way. That's what Yolanda gets. Alone, white little room. So just note it down. We're just gathering information. And then we take another breath and we let it all go. So we know now that we've made connection. Do we feel it? The moment you can feel something in your body, you have connection. Remember that. You have connection to that moment. So now that we have become aware of that moment and we've become aware of our feelings, we're now going to go the next step. We're going to ask the question. We're going to say, what if I knew which limiting decision I made in that moment? What if I knew which limiting decision I made in that moment? What if I knew? What if I knew? Which limiting decision did I make in that moment? Oh, I'm going to write it down. Take your pen and paper. Oh my goodness, you will not believe what I got. I'm going to ask you girls first. I don't want to go first. I wrote it down. I made a decision in that moment. What decision did you make? Marjane made this decision to live. Good. That's a good decision to make. I like that. Okay, I'll tell you my decision today. What came through for me, I somehow made the decision to play small. Interesting. I don't know why. I don't know how this makes sense, but I made the decision. I had hunger and I had made the decision to play small. Nicole, Lily.
It came up taking care of everyone.
Interesting. I take care. Right? Anke has, I won't disturb. Also interesting, right? Never disturb anybody. Martin says, I needed to cry from it because I had a traumatic birth. So you're already noticing release. If you notice tears, if you notice your breath kind of going weird, if you notice you're sweating, if you notice, I don't know, you're feeling maybe nauseous or any of that, it's all good. This is perfect. Just stay with it. Stay with it. And Danielle also has, I need to take care of everyone. Yolanda has, I will be humble. Interesting.
I feel like I can't connect. I remember asking my mother about the whole process. How does a baby know when to come, whether you're married or not? And then when she was having her babies and she said, oh, the stomach opens up. And I just couldn't imagine it. And I couldn't figure out how it was. And I feel when I finally understood, I still feel like there's a gap that I haven't, that she was dishonest to me, that she wasn't open and genuine, and I feel some sort of a
so part of you knows it wasn't true.
Yeah.
Right? So that part of you that knows it wasn't true has access. Because you know the difference. You can see it. You can see, whatever mom told me with the stomach opening up and whatever, it's bullshit. Right? So your authentic self knows. And that's all you need right now. So you have certain feelings going on right now. Could you describe them if you had to give them labels? What does it feel like to be in your body right now when you're thinking of that?
I'm thinking about the relationship with my mother, and
how does that have you feel?
Even though we had a very, very open relationship and we could talk about life and death before she passed, there's an overall feeling in myself that she didn't trust me or didn't give me credit. And what I remember of her, of growing up, she was always telling me, why didn't you? And it was always a criticism my whole life through that.
And how do you feel when you're criticized like that? How does that have you feel?
I'm never good enough. Nothing I do is ever good enough.
And how does it feel to not feel good enough? How does it have you feel? If you had to give that feeling a label, what label would you give it?
That I'm inadequate.
That's not a feeling yet. Let's tap into the feeling. The reason why I'm really going in with this with Lily is that we want the feeling, because very often we have spent a lot of time avoiding that feeling. We have it, but we don't even want to look at it because it's so nasty, right? It's so painful. So it might be a mixture. It might be grief. It might be frustration. It might be anger.
Grief. Yeah.
There's grief.
Yeah.
So let's give ourselves 3 brave breaths to just feel whatever emotion comes up, because we want to be really aware of it so we can then let it go. Okay, you ready? So let's take a nice full breath in and out. In and out. And one more in and out. Well, cool. So everyone become aware of something. You've got something written down. You felt the emotion. Now we're going to go to our tapping, because we're just going to take that energy and we're going to transform it into free energy that actually serves our highest good, because that's always our plan, right? So take a couple of deep breaths and then say, I love and accept myself with all these feelings that I have, with all these visions that I maybe get, and the sounds and the beliefs and this interesting decision that I made. It's okay. I love and accept myself. Say it out loud to yourself. I love and accept myself. And I love and accept myself when I now choose to release all that no longer serves my highest good, to let it go, and to tune into the joy and the love and the health and the peace and the wisdom that I am. And then breathe. Underneath your left arm, watch out, left arm, spleen meridian. Then we say, my birth, my birthday, my very first day on this planet. I love and accept myself with all my lack of self-confidence, my lack of self-worth, and all my doubts at my deepest level. And from the very first time I felt this way. And I choose now to let go of these feelings, to let go of these limitations, and to step into my power of believing in myself. I trust myself, and I know I am worthy of the most amazing, greatest birthdays that are possible. Yes. And breathe. Thumbs. My birthday, my very first day on this planet. I love and accept myself with all my grief at my deepest level, and from the very first time I felt sad. And I choose now to release the grief, to let it go, and to step into my power of joy. I deserve to be happy. Yes, and I am happy now. Breathe. Excellent. Underneath your collarbones, tap your chest bone. My birthday, my very first day on this planet. I love and accept myself with all my fears at my deepest level. And from the very first time I felt scared. And I choose now to release the fear and to step into my power of courage. I can do this. I will do this. And I'm doing this now. Yes, yes, yes. And breathe. Very well. Now, right side, your liver. Birthday, my very first day on this planet, my birth. I love and accept myself with all my anger at my deepest level. And from the very first time I felt angry. And I choose now to release the anger, to let it go, and to step into my power of peace. I'm at peace. I'm at peace with myself. I'm at peace with my birth. I'm at peace with my parents. I'm at peace with all and everything around me. Yes, peace, peace, peace. Okay, so the next step, we're imagining also that and intending that we are cutting the karmic links. That means that we are cutting those energetic cords that are not coming from love, because the only connection we want is from heart to heart, right? Out of love, unconditional. And everything else, we're just going to chop away. So use an image that appeals to you right now. I like calling upon Archangel Michael. He's always cool because he's got this magnificent sword of truth. And it's got gemstones. In my world, it's got gemstones on it. And he's very dashing. And he comes in with his blue cape. And then he's just kind of cutting the cords. But of course, you can use your helpers. Okay? So let's do this funky move. Connect heart and brain. Cutting those links. We're freeing ourselves. And then we say, my birth. My birthday. My first day on this planet. I claim my power back. And I give you your power back. I claim my freedom back. And I give you your freedom back. I claim back what's mine and I give you what's yours. I forgive you for all the pain and suffering you ever created. And I ask for forgiveness for any pain and suffering that I ever created. The past remains in the past. Yes, yes, yes. Only love can connect us. I wish you well, just as I wish myself well. And then maybe put your hand on your heart or somewhere else in your body and just take a moment to close your eyes. And as you close your eyes, go back to that moment before your birth. That moment when you knew, oh, it's happening, right? And in that moment of excitement and connection and safety, go right there. Now, imagine that you are talking to your little self, that adorable little baby in that belly. And you're connecting with this baby from heart to heart. And you're telling this cute little baby of what's going to happen now. You're giving it a little pep talk. You're saying, listen, sweetheart, I first want you to know that we share the same heart. So I cannot lie to you. And here from the love of my heart, I want to tell you a couple of things. In a moment, that exciting moment of birth is going to start happening. And it's a process, I tell you. We're going to have all these different experiences as we move out of this body and into the world. There are a couple of things that I want to let you know about. I want to tell you about the parents that we've chosen. You know, they have their weaknesses and they have their strengths. And I want you to know that you're so loved. I want you to know that you're welcome on this planet. I want you to know that you deserve to live a fulfilling, wonderful life in health and happiness. You can live life with ease, and I promise you to always be there for you, to coach you through those maybe difficult moments, those moments of darkness. Then remember, I'm always here for you, and you're loved, and you're loving, and you're lovable. And now go ahead and tell that cute baby anything else it needs to know. Maybe about the important moments in life that are going to happen. Tell this child all the things it needs to know to be able to go through those challenges and stressful moments in life, feeling safe and secure and confident, knowing that they can always expand and expand into something even better. So while I remain silent for 3 long seconds, tell this baby everything it needs to know. And then gently come back into the here and now, and maybe write something down. What do you now know? I now know I came to show up big time, to show up fully. I now know that I am taken care of always by visible and invisible friends. I know I have everything inside of me to make this life wonderful, easeful, joyful, loving, kind. I know that now. What do you know, Lily, Nicole? What's coming through for you right now? What do you now know?
I know that I should never let anyone stop me.
Anything else?
That I am good enough.
Yes. Anka's saying I'm more than enough. Yes, absolutely. Anything else, Lily?
Something that came up before where I recognized when I criticize my mother or recognize her weaknesses, I actually feel very parental towards her because I feel like she didn't get what she needed from her mother. I know that very well from her story, from her parents.
That was the confirmation of the Healy progress. And yes, yes, yes. That's for me. I have this kind of agreement with the universe. It talks through sounds. So if a sound pops up in a particular moment, then when I've just said something, it's like, oh, confirmation. Yes. Nice. Thank you, Lily. How about you, Nicole?
Yeah, it was that strong feeling. You are exactly right the way you are. You are enough, right? You are enough. And you don't need to take care of everyone else in order to be loved. You can let them do their own thing, and Yeah.
We can give them back that responsibility. We're happy to support, but we know that they can do it too, right? That's inspiring. We give that level of trust also to others. I know you've got this. I've got this. Yeah. Anyone else, would you like to say something? I noticed, who do I see here? Lisa, did some emotions come up for you? Is that what was going on? I saw you kind of, right, really going into that emotion. That's a good sign. So whatever happens, trust it's all perfect. So if you have any questions about the process that we now just did, then do put them in the chat. Yolanda, how about you? Can I grab you into the spotlight? Will you share what happened for you? Oops, sorry, I muted you again. Sorry. It's too fast.
Yeah, okay. Okay, you hear me now?
Absolutely.
Because I'm running around with my computer to find the right internet all the time. I don't know if you saw.
No.
I realized that I never ever, only when I was very small and my mother was arranging it, had a birthday party. Because I didn't like to have a birthday party. Never, ever. And I thought now, oh yeah, but it's great to have a birthday party. I'm going to do it for the first time in my life.
That's amazing.
Really, the first time. Not when I got 40, not when I got 50, not when I... No, I didn't want.
When is your birthday? Would you share which month are you born?
25th of October.
Oh, it's coming up. Wow. Now that you've said it, we're going to hold you accountable. Whatever that party looks like, we want to know it happened because she said it, right? She's just committed. I am going to celebrate my very first birthday party. I'm cheering you on.
Yolanda, this is exactly 1 month from now.
Yeah.
So yeah, the countdown is running.
Countdown is running, yes.
And this
I also realized that, well, I told to my baby self that you have a lot of talents and don't be afraid. Just spread the news and do where you're good in.
Yeah, do
Don't
what you
be afraid and don't be humble.
So that shifted, right? Yeah. Like for me, it was, I chose at that moment to play small and I was like, no, we're going to play all in. I mean, come on, this is our human life we chose and we chose it with good reason. So we better go all in. Lisbeth is asking, are we invited, Yolanda?
Oh yeah, you are. I don't know where I am, but maybe.
Well, you always know, a couple of minutes, I mean, even just 10 minutes of intending on Zoom together for your birthday would be a beautiful way to celebrate, wouldn't it? Huh?
I don't know which day it is.
Well, you can now do your research, I think. You have a job. Okay. Thank you for sharing that. So, call out to everyone. Now, I don't know where you are on the birthday theme. So some people love celebrating birthdays. Others really hate celebrating birthdays. I've done both. I used to really dislike my birthdays because they always had me feeling kind of, I don't know, dissatisfied, totally frustrated, kind of sad, stressed out. And I don't know, I didn't enjoy birthdays until I decided I was going to enjoy my birthdays and I was going to take care of things. I was going to start designing my birthday the way I would like to spend that birthday. Because you see, it's so different for everyone, isn't it? And every year it can be different. Sometimes you feel like a big glamorous party. The other time you want to just spend it on your own on a mountaintop. And that's all okay. So why don't we now just take a little check-in to honor heart's desires and ask ourselves, if I knew, because we know, if I knew how I'd like to spend my next birthday, what would I be doing? Who would I be celebrating with? Would there be other people there or would it be on my own? Would I have a cake? Would I not have a cake? Would it be a party? Would it be a spa day? Would it be a hike? What would it be? And write it down. Write it down. Write it down. I am going to be in Cyprus at the conference of the Women's Federation of Peace. So I've circumnavigated the 50 problem, right? Because all my friends were already asking, how are you going to celebrate your birthday? Are you going to do a party? And I couldn't come to a conclusion. because I had the dilemma of I have a lot of friends in America and I have a lot of friends in Europe, and I don't know how to bring them together and to find the right date. And then I'd like to have a 3-day party. I like to really hang out with my friends. So then I decided, okay, I'm just going to let it go and it's going to unfold. And then I got this beautiful invitation from Lily to go to Cyprus and lead a meditation there. So that's where I'm going to be on my birthday, and we'll see what happens. So Lisbeth is saying, I would have a Jambi workshop with all my friends. Yeah, drumming, right? Nice idea. Anke is saying her birthday is in 3 weeks. So clock, the time is running, right? What are you going to be doing, Anke? Nicole, Lily, what came up for you? What are you going to be doing?
My next one is my 70th. And we did a big one for my 60th, and I guess I'm going to have to do the same again. I usually hold back because I'm 9 months older than my husband, and I think, oh no, I can't let everybody know that I'm already 70 and he's only 69. But we're going to do it, and well, we haven't even talked about it yet, but I guess I'm going to have to do something big.
Well, you don't have to at all. You don't have to. Do you want to do something big?
I feel like I should.
Oh, who's telling you should?
The universe.
Oh, so it's that kind of should. So you do feel it in your heart too.
Yeah.
Okay. So there's more an apprehension still there of, oh, I don't know how I'm going to do it. But you got the message that a big party would be a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Okay, we also expect invites, of course. How about you, Nicole? What came for you?
Whoops.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. For me, it is just like I had it yesterday, right? So it was like my, and it was very special for me because the last years I always was a bit disappointed. I didn't take care of it, and the circumstances also were not like the way. And I mentioned this just recently. I said this time I would really know what I'm going to do, and even if I do something just for myself, and then everyone else said to me, no, you don't take care of anything if you want, and we take care of it. And so I thought, okay, this is a big lesson for me to let go and to trust it will be, because sometimes I have the feeling, I have maybe a lot of expectation also, right? So that can happen. And I tell you, I have to tell you, because it was so special. I had to stay in my room yesterday, and like a child, and I couldn't come out until 10 o'clock, and I was meditating, making face masks and whatever, and then I could come out. They were sending me a message, and I came down, and I had a beautiful table. My son bought me flowers. It was like the perfect. I was thinking, wow, was unexpected. And I was looking for everyone, and no one was around. I was going in the garden and everything, and I was thinking, what's going on? And then I see like a manual what I have to do. So open this letter, and I had to make a puzzle, and then I had to find out, I need to get into the bus, and then into the taxi, and go downtown. And it was like a whole story. And I ended up in one of my favorite cafes downtown in the Placa under the Acropolis. And I came there and I didn't know what to do. And so I got the information I should go and ask which table is reserved for me. And there were sitting some of my very good girlfriends. None of my family was there, but they had organized that I would meet up with friends that I haven't seen for a very long time.
Wow.
And it was so beautiful. And I really liked that. And
wow. So your next birthday, I mean, up level that. So what came through for you now? What are you going to do your next birthday?
Next birthday? I think a big dancing party.
Yes. Ooh, I like that. I like big dancing parties. Nice. Okay. I'm seeing lots of comments in the chat. Sandra's saying, my children always come singing to my bedroom with a birthday cake, candles, and presents. This is a tradition for us to do so with all my 3 children. That's lovely. And it's also lovely to notice, some families do celebrate birthdays, right? So my family, it was also a thing, not a big thing, but it was definitely a thing. It was a special day. And I've kind of up-leveled it to, it's like the day where you're the king or the queen of your day. Like for me, if you're in my family, and you want me to do that, I will pamper you all day because I love that. I have so much fun doing that. But then some of us, you know, might have had different experiences and know that whatever experience you've had in the past, you now get to choose how you're going to do it next. So that's fun. What else do we have here? Anke's saying having cake with my mom, who's 89, and my husband. Yeah, it's those simple moments. So what simple moments could you add to the thing? And if, you know, having a cake, I like that too. Always got cake and flowers is a must. It's like bottom line, right? Cake and flowers is a must. Do you want to make that cake yourself? Do you want to get someone else to make it? What flavor? The more specific you are in designing future events, the easier it is to manifest them. Okay. So anything else to add to the birthday topic? Anybody got questions? Any feedback they'd like to add? We all good? Then I would say let's use the last minutes that we have together to intend again. And what's so beautiful about the intention work that we're starting to incorporate more and more in these goddess circles is that with our intention, we can also retro intend. So we don't only intend for something in the future, we can also intend for something in the past because time is an illusion. And it's rather mind-boggling when you start getting into that, but it doesn't have to confuse you because you just have to do it if you want to. So our intention for today is to be completely free of any trauma or programming that started at birth that has in any way influenced our highest good. We're going to be free of all limitations, all limiting beliefs of whatever was going on. We're going to be free of that, completely healthy and happy and aligned with our golden moments in the future with our highest self. That's our intention. Are you in for that? Yes. So now this is the next and very crucial step when we do this intention work is we want to write it in one sentence. So 4 ladies here. So Yolanda, Nicole, Lily and I, we're going to be really good now and we're going to craft this intention. So what we always put in the intention is that we are completely, permanently and immediately happy and healthy. That's baseline. And now we want to come up with the sentence part that's dealing with all this birth stuff. So girls, I'm giving over also the word to you. What comes through for you? What is a nice sentence that we could add to that? I'm also going to think, ponder. Let's take a couple breaths. What have you got? I'm writing mine down. The other ladies, do unmute yourself when you've got something. Celebrate happy birthdays every year. Okay, anybody got something?
Well, I didn't make the whole sentence, but I thought immediately free of fear and traumas.
I have, we are free of all birthday related traumas and feelings. We don't want to be free of all feelings. So we are free of all birthday related traumas and celebrate happy birthdays every year. That's what I've got so far. Any tweaks to that?
I wrote down, I am invited and welcomed to live on this planet with all my talents and gifts, free of any limitation.
We feel welcome. What else did you say? Welcome and?
And invited.
Okay, we'll shorten it down, otherwise we won't.
Yeah. It's like, definitely.
How about we welcome our happiest birthdays every year. We welcome and celebrate. We're free of all birthday related traumas and feel welcome. I think it's going to get too long.
We are completely permanently healthy and happy, and I appreciate my special role as God's divine daughter. And I really recognize that as golden goddesses, we each need to recognize our divinity as the incarnation of the living God. I mean, that's our spirit. That's what
I think that's something we can do our own process on the next time. So write it down. I love it for the next time. This time I'd like to keep it specific to what we've just talked about the birth.
Mm-hmm.
Right? We want to let go of anything that's connected to our birth and birthdays that's traumatic, and we want to be aligned with having the happiest, most joyful birthdays every year, no matter what.
Maybe the healing. Do we have the word healing in it? Like healing?
We're happy and healthy.
Yeah. Okay. Of course. Yeah.
I know that Lynn is always very specific at we are free of. That she does that often. So if everyone's okay, should we go ahead with that? We're free of all birthday related. I'm going to put in there because that includes the birth, right? We're free of all birthday related traumas and celebrate joyful birthdays every year. How about that?
That's
because we're happy already and healthy. Okay, has everybody got it? You want to write it down? We'll repeat it again. We are completely happy and completely, immediately, and permanently. We are completely, immediately, and permanently happy and healthy. We are free of all birthday-related traumas and celebrate joyful birthdays every year. At all times. At all times. I like that even better. That's even less human. At all times, wherever that timeline is. How about that? Okay, I'll repeat one more time. We are immediately, permanently, and completely happy and healthy. We are free of all birthday-related traumas and celebrate joyful birthdays at all times.
every year. Every year. At
all times.
At all times is
okay.
Yeah.
So now I am going to do my best to share. I've bought some royalty-free music, especially for this. Let's see if this works. It's nice to hear in the background. It's just relaxing music. Let me know if you can hear it, please. I want it very gentle. You hear it?
Yep.
Is it too loud or too soft? Tell me now. Is it okay? Thumbs up, please, or thumbs down? Oh, can you still hear me? So, ladies, let's go back to all of us. I love seeing all of us when we do this. Take our spotlights off, girls. Let's go back to our crowd, our gang. Here we all are. As you ground down into this moment, become aware of where your body is right now. Take a couple of full breaths, noticing those roots going out of your body into the ground. Notice the connection that you have with the heavens, with spirit, with the energy all around you. Find your stillness. And imagine that we're all in this circle, a circle of light maybe. And we're all holding hands. Relax our arms. Imagine we're holding hands, connecting all our hearts. And now we're going to take 3 full breaths. And with our third breath, we're going to drop into the space of our heart. And then send out that intention in the space of our heart. We're ready. Let's take a full breath in. And out. In. Out. Now with our third breath, we breathe in, drop into our heart, and our intention is we are completely, permanently, immediately happy and healthy. We are free of any birthday-related traumas, and we celebrate joyful birthdays at all times. Our intention is we are completely, permanently, immediately happy and healthy. We are free of any birthday-related traumas, and we celebrate joyful birthdays at all times. We are completely, permanently, immediately, permanently, and completely happy and healthy. We celebrate joyful birthdays at all times. We are free of any birthday-related trauma. See it, feel it, hear it, and know it for the next 5 minutes in silence, sending out this intention completely, permanently, and immediately happy and healthy. We are free of any birthday-related trauma. We celebrate joyful birthdays at all times. And with your next breath, come back into the here and now. Yourself up again. Just notice where you are, what's going on. And then let us know what happened for you right now. Did you get any feelings, any sights, any sounds? Nicole, Lily, Yolanda, you know I'm going to ask you, so you can already unmute you yourselves. Martina is saying, whoa. I'll share. For me, it was very kinesthetically strong. So at some point I had this feeling I was almost choking, but then it became really soft and smooth. That was really nice. And I had this feeling of having so much light pouring into me at the end. It was like we were all sharing this light. That was really beautiful. Marjan is saying she's got little stars in her belly and it feels really nice. Sandra is saying she's got tingling sensations. That's really nice too. Gabriela says she feels peaceful. So Nicole, Lily, Yolanda, unmute yourself please and share how you feel, what happened for you.
In the first part, I had only, it was black. It was just processing, apparently. It felt like there's something being done. And then suddenly there came out of nothing. I was not thinking. It came this really, all of us dancing. Really, it was so beautiful.
Nice.
And we're gonna do that.
Oh, absolutely,
Yes.
absolutely. You know my plan. I'm already getting, yes. We have another beautiful feedback here from Elizabeth. She's saying, I feel so grateful for life. And Margin is saying, I feel really grounded, especially on the left side, my feet. Nice. So the left side, it corresponds to the right side of the brain. And the right side of the brain is the feminine brain, right? So that's sometimes an interesting feedback, just noticing. Lily, how about you?
I felt really peaceful, and it was just so beautiful to feel we can celebrate every day, permanently every day. Birthdays, the joy of everybody around us and being at peace with one another was a really beautiful feeling that we're connected together and at peace and enjoying it together.
Nice. How about Yolanda? I've asked to unmute you. What did you feel, get, or see?
I felt very happy, and it was really fun, and there was yes, you can celebrate your birthday because you are born, and that's to celebrate.
Right.
And I felt a lot of really like a balls of energy, like in my hands. Really, the connection in the circle, holding hands, but really so much energy.
Thank you. Well, thank you to all of you for joining in those moments of silence and intending together. Notice what happens tonight if you're in a nighttime place right now and you're going to be going to bed. So I am soon. I love the dreams that I have after intending in circles like this. And, you know, I do this now. I'm so blessed, at least 3 times a week. So I can only tell you, keep going, keep doing this also with your friends. I was, that's a story for another time. Yesterday, I was at a family helping them find peace. And at the end, when we'd spent a couple of hours really talking about everything that was going on and finding bridges, we just sat there in silence, all 6 of us, intending. And I think that was the most precious moment of all the coaching and everything, was noticing that tangible peace when you're just sitting in silence and intending for each other. So thank you so much for joining in. Anka's saying she feels so peaceful and free. Yes. Take all that peace and all that freedom with you. You are free to celebrate life every single moment because it's a miracle, right? So thank you with all the love in our hearts. Lily, Nicole, Yolanda, and I give you a big hug. And we look forward to seeing you again next week. And for all those of you who might or might not be in Italy, right, from the 5th to the 8th of October, we're in Riccione. I think there's still a couple of tickets left. Do make sure you reserve your spot. I really look forward to seeing you in person. That's going to be so fun. So bye-bye. I love you. See you next week.
Good night. Thank you.